Hello to you from the dark side. How are you guys doing today? How's life? I'm pretty excited because in between the episodes, we got something very important. Darkness has spoken. We got the revelation, and therefore we have unlocked the Eldritch tab. That's good and kind of bad, because you're not going to get Eldritch revelation unless you have a warp of like, I don't know, 50? 23 plus 13. Huh. So maybe it's not 50. Anyways, Thaumcraft has to wait. Today we have other projects. First off, I'm making some HV circuits. How did I miss everything? Yeah, apparently I have done a miscalculation. This should be fine. Yes, you go on top. But 16 is also a good number. What we are going to do is that we are going to make a few technological advances, and for that we are going to need an HV cutting machine. Extruder. Yes, make me gears. Come on. I actually forgot, this guy is great for making rods. It gives you 2. And it's much faster than the lathe. If I'm not wrong, we should have everything in my inventory, yes. HV cutting machine. That should be a quest. Thank you, thank you. Well, we don't want to operate it right now, we just wanted the quest. That's not really good because the recipes have been changed and my quest book has not. That's not how you make the phosphorus silicon. The plan is that we are going to try and inch forward towards EV circuits, correct? So we are going to need an advanced circuit assembler, we're going to need a clean room, and obviously we're going to need a bunch of resources. But right now what I wanted to do was to make the HV energy hatch, but it does say you need a clean room, vacuum freezer and new coils. And I'm looking at this recipe and I'm not seeing anything. Why would you need a vacuum freezer? I don't really know, and I don't really care. Let us get crafting. It is true that we are going to get better circuits very soon, but for our immediate needs, we need a ton of circuits. So I'm still going to go through the old progression, just in case. I just managed to get myself an air lens. We put you inside the laser engraver, some wafers, and that should give us the LPIC brand new wafer. That is used in making the HV energy hatch, and the other recipe actually works, I don't know why. But we also need some energetic alloy, and yes, I'm making different types of dust so that we can mix in order to get the energetic alloy dust. And this one should be the last step. It's a combination of steel, black bronze and nickel. It's called black steel. I got the wafer. It has been a while over here that I have been making some lubricant. We take it for the cutting machine. I thought I should use the creosote oil for something. So FYI, we have started making some energetic alloy. There was no problem with the new coils. Secondly, this is the part that I'm extremely confused. Why the hell would you need a clean room? Here is an advanced fluid heater. We put some sodium inside and we get liquid sodium. Is it hot? No. We're going to borrow one of our distilleries and mix the liquid sodium with salt, rock salt. We eject it into a basic fluid canner, like so, and we put in our 10k cells. Huh, that worked. Again, I wouldn't really know why you need a clean room. This should work. I think so far I did manage to gather all the material. Let us see if the HV energy hatch actually works. Where's the IC? Yes. So it's the coolant cell, high voltage coil, IC, machine frame and a pump? No. Oh, the gold wires. It's working. It did work. Why? And we also got the oh, it gives you an extra one. Damn. That is perfectly fine because what we can do is that we can make an extra one and then we will have 4. Thank you. Now we should be able to upgrade our blast furnace. It's just that before doing that, we're going to need a few turbines. And this is the part where I'm actually telling you benzene is totally worth it. Look at the price of a gas turbine. It just needs 2 motors, right? For a combustion generator, you need 2 pistons and you need stainless steel gear. Okay, we do have the turbines, we have the energy hatch, the cables are being cooked, yes. And I was thinking maybe we should also move it. Because the rest of the machines are here, so why the hell not? I have no scaffolding. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I should also be extremely careful not to hook up the HV to the MV. And since that is a mistake that I'm sure I'm going to do, we're going to put these guys far, far away. Over here. I don't think this is going to be very ideal, but maybe we can do something like this. So the HV hatches will come here. Yeah, nothing explodes. That's a good sign. Oh, this is gonna be fun. The blast furnace has been moved, it has cancel coils, and now it's working at EV. Now the question is, how fast are you going to process stainless steel? Obviously, if we smack you with a mallet, not just looking at you. 30 seconds. That's so nice. So we put you over here, and we use a hopper. Yeah, everything should go in. You should always remember that processing speed is the most important factor. Anything else is inefficient. Unless you're doing it for fun, and stainless steel is not very fun. Oh, it does eat through the benzene. But I think it's fine because we do have 14 cancel coils. And I think we should have, yeah, 5 more in the system. So that's 19. I should be able to upgrade the pyrolyze ovens. And we are getting more. Nice. I did process some lapis. Benzene is not very important at this very moment, we will fix it later on. Besides, this guy is not going to run all the time. But for the moment, our next quest is to make this silicon. Which means if you're at the MV age, you have to put your gallium arsenide inside the blast furnace. But if you are at the HV age, you put it inside an autoclave. Which does consume a ton of water. That is weird. But we have the gallium arsenide crystal and all we have to do is to smash it. Sounds weird, I know. Then we need some phosphate. I don't really know how I get it, it's probably a byproduct. But we have like 400, so I don't really care. And then we're going to need some nitrogen. So I have set up a very small system back there. You know, it's a very garbage setup. Basic compressor, basic centrifuge. You compress air, you centrifuge the air, you will get oxygen, and you will get some nitrogen. But we only need 8 cells. We also need circuit number 3. You go in. So it's 2 gallium arsenide, 1 stack of solar grade silicon, and I don't know, a few phosphate? No? You're not oh, you're phosphate. How do we get phosphorus? Then apparently I do care how we get it. I just have to electrolyze it. Here's phosphorus. How many do we need? 8? Yep. Give me my silicon. 5 minutes. Holy. At EV. But while we are doing this, we also need to start making the clean room because we cannot cut this silicon outside of a clean room. I don't think you can even engrave it outside the clean room. Maybe just for the circuits. Yeah, the circuits are going to need a clean room. I have some black steel. How do you cook it? Oxygen. Takes 50 seconds. Okay, we should be able to do that in like 12 seconds. Okay, we do have our clean room and you might notice that it does not have a door. There was a tip in the quest book that you can use an elevator. I never thought of that. I don't like it, but I don't have a choice. Inside is actually incredibly cramped, so I don't really know how to explain everything, but these are 2 advanced circuit assemblers, they're MV, and the reason that I made 2 of them is that in order to make the HV circuit, you're going to need the MV circuit, so if you do it in one, it's gonna take a bajillion years. We also have the advanced cutting machine inside, this one is HV, and I did manage to get my wafers. I also brought our advanced precision laser engraver inside, and we did manage to get our central processing unit. And yeah, that was a bunch of quests. But does it mean that we can make the workstation? I'm not really sure. We have a few problems. But before that, I realized something very important. So one of our main problems in this mod pack is chlorine, right? This guy. The way that I get it is that I'm electrolyzing sodalites, which is incredibly stupid. 11 of them gives you 1 bucket. I just realized you can electrolyze salt, and 2 gives you 1 bucket. And I have been processing salt, we have 1000 of it. Actually 1400. I don't know, I thought salt is important, you have to convert it into salt water and then electrolyze it, but apparently not. Yeah, look at salt, it's even faster. So this setup that I have over here for making silicon is very stupid. Because we don't need the mixer, and I have so much garbage on me, let's drop them inside. Just for a second. So we don't need the mixer, obviously, we just need the electrolyzer, and it started working. This is such a huge life improvement for me. Yeah, super easy chlorine. I'm happy. I'm going to electrolyze every ounce of salt that we have. But that's something else. And we're going to find every ounce of salt ore that we have and start processing it. If one day I'm going to need more, I'm going to go and get more because there are so many salt veins nearby. I think this is something which has been changed since the last time that we played because this was not in the recipes. Oh yeah, some of them are rock salt. What can I do with rock salt? That also gives you chlorine. Process everything. So now that the chlorine problem has been solved, I will tell you what we should do. Since the update, for some reason, the quest book is like 1 stage at a time, but we know what's going to happen eventually, right? It's not that I have to make 1 integrated processor. I know that eventually, in order for the quest line to get finished, we're going to need a workstation. Workstation is going to need the processor assembly, which is HV, and the processor assembly is going to need the integrated processor, which is MV. So we need to make a ton, and we have our first problem, the plastic circuit board. If we look at our inventory panel, you might notice that we only have like 8. That's it. And I think we got it from a quest. Or we made it, I don't remember. So this stupid plastic circuit board should be our main priority. What gives us the best yield? Polyvinyl chloride sheet, or apparently PVC. And how the hell do we get this plastic? Well, we are going to need vinyl chloride, which is ethylene and chlorine. Hence, we need chlorine. I have made a few tweaks to our diesel setup over here in the back, you know, some piping, so automatically we would be able to get ethylene and polyethylene. The problem is that the production is garbage. And since we want to do this, there is a quest line for it, let us make sure it counts. Okay, so 6 buckets of ethylene, 12 buckets of chlorine. That gives us more ethylene. We take it. Where did I put my garbage? Yes. Well, we do have 8 ethylene cells. We can start. So chlorine, ethylene, circuit number 1. Yes, vinyl chloride. And we get hydrochloric acid as a byproduct, which we can use it in order to make more. Yeah, there's a different recipe with oxygen. Good. So this should be a quest. Thank you. Thank you. Give me more ethylene. I am going to later on automate ethylene. It's just that we have different priorities. So that vinyl chloride goes in, oxygen goes in. And yes, we have it. So the reason that I'm doing this is that parts and circuits are getting more and more expensive exponentially. If I use polyethylene, I only get 1 plastic circuit board. If I use the PVC, I will get 2, with the same resources. Of course, if I use Go to Hell, I will get 4, but Go to Hell is expensive. But this should be one more quest. No, I need 62. Okay, that should be the quest. Yes. I don't know, we take the oxygen. It's 32 cells. And now we need to convert it into sheets, which I have already been doing with polyethylene, so you go in. And that is actually really good because it is going to give us the PVC pipes, and that is a very good item pipe. But we want to use it for circuit boards at this very moment. It's gonna be pretty expensive. Oh, and by the way, we are processing diesel, so as a byproduct we are getting a ton of hydrogen sulfide. On its own, it's kind of garbage. So I had to make a very small setup back here. We put the hydrogen sulfide inside a chemical reactor with water, and that is going to give us diluted sulfuric acid. We put it inside the distillery and we get sulfuric acid. I can't make it right now, so I have to use byproducts. Yes, we have another quest. Also, I'm not really wealthy on resources, so what we have to do is that we have to go to the coins section, buy as many sulfuric acids as we can, iron 3, and sodium persulfide in order to make the circuit boards. When you're rushing, coins are useful. So sulfuric acid goes in, PVC goes in, copper foil. Nothing happens. Why doesn't anything happen? That's hydrogen sulfide. It's literally the same color, but very good. We're getting our plastic circuit boards. I did manage to gather a bit of resources. We have 16 plastic circuit boards. I have also made some capacitors. This is not the good recipe because I'm using aluminium foils. If I use tantalum, it's gonna give me 12. The problem is that I think during the update they have changed something. Tantalum now requires a blast furnace. And it's hot. But if that is the case, let us make our first circuit. You go in. We should also get rid of the soldering alloy because it's burning me. And this is why we don't have a door, because I have to run outside like 40 times. So we have the CPU and the red alloy wire. Good, we're making the first one. We need a few thousand. I'm just saying. But this one should be enough for the quest. Thank you. Oh, you're actually going to give me 4 plastic circuit boards. We take the loot bag, just in case. That's not bad. So now they want us to make the coil. I have checked and apparently there's an alternative recipe which is really great. Nickel zinc ferrite ring. But the quest wants us to use steel, so let us use steel. Yeah, you see, everything now requires polyethylene. I don't know what to do. I have been neglecting oil. But here are the 8 coils. That should be the quest. Thank you. And we take the ferrite ring. Gives us a better yield. Now the quest wants us to make the processor assembly, the HV circuit. That is good, because that means next one is the EV circuit, the workstation. What is this? Ooh, yep. Yeah, there is a stupid blue alloy, and it takes ages to make. Silver electrotin. Yeah, this one takes ages to make. The reason that this stupid thing is very important is that you need 16 bolts in order to make one workstation. And that's quite a bit. I am making some electrotin. We are mixing it with silver so that we get the blue alloy. One day. Yes. Obviously it has to later on go inside the extruder, the lathe, so that we get the bolts. But it's a good thing that I remembered this early. But if I'm not wrong, we should have a few stuff in order to make the processor assembly. Let us try it. So we have the MV circuits, we have the circuit board, the coil, capacitor, resistor, and the fine red alloy wire. Nothing happens. Oh, random access memory chip. I used to think that this is something that we need in the millions. We have 1,000 of it. And at that time it was before the update, so silicon was cheap. Very good, we have started. Remember that the entire reason that we are doing this is that we are trying to get the vacuum freezer so that I can get my stupid vibrant alloy. That's going to open so many doors for us. You have no idea. And this is one of them. The magic mirror. Anyways, this is another quest. But there is a vein for it. I haven't seen that. But fine by me. Let us gather stuff in order to make the workstation. So this is fun. Extruding it takes 57 seconds. Cutting it takes half a minute. But we needed only one stack for 4 workstations and we have it. You go in and we shall have our first workstation. What the hell are you? A polyethylene. I don't think we had enough soldering alloy, so let's add some more. The quest itself is going to count, that is good. Well, technically we have what we need for the vacuum freezer, so I don't really care. Thank you. The reason that vibrant alloy is very important for us is that, for example, in order to make the Staff of Traveling, we need an ender crystal. Ender crystal is going to need a vibrant crystal, hence vibrant alloy, and a soul binder. Soul binder is going to need an ender resonator, vibrant alloy again. Also, it is going to give us the magic mirror, which is essentially an ender chest, which we can have very soon. And well, you get the idea. So many more opportunities. We have our workstation, but we are not done. There is actually plenty of work left. I have no idea why I'm carrying an advanced mixer with me. You go over there and stay there. And the work that we have left is this guy, the vacuum freezer itself. So how do we make you? Frost-proof machine casing, which is made out of... Oh, that's cheap. That's actually really cheap. We just need a few frames and you need only 16 blocks. So we already have it. Just in case, let us make a bit more. Maybe just a bit more, 20 blocks. Then all of you go inside the assembling machine and we get the frost-proof machine casing. Mobs cannot spawn on this. Oh, thank you. I love working with aluminium. It's so fast. I did make extra pipes, so can I do this? Okay, great. I was under the impression that you are going to be a quest. You need 22. If you want 22, there you go. You have 25. Thank you. While I'm setting up the vacuum freezer itself, let us see how we're going to make the vibrant alloy itself. So we need chrome, ender eye, and energetic alloy, which I already made. Ender eye is... ender pearl? Oh, it's the eye of the ender. Okay. Thankfully, since we have a mob farm, ender pearls are not a huge problem. Yes, we have 16 stacks. Also, for some reason, we get blaze powder. I'll take it. And yes, if we centrifuge fire charges, we get more blades. I have 52. We don't have that much gold, but we have tons of armor that I can recycle? Oh, I thought he's inside. This dude is supposed to process 8 items at a time. But it always gives you 7. I'm very confused. But ender pearl dust, blaze powder should give us the eye of the ender dust? Yes. We have 700 energetic alloy dust, so making vibrant alloy is not going to be a problem. It's just that we don't have that much chrome. Oh, these recipes are nice. They're HV, so we need an HV mixer, but it gives you a ton. And in just 24 seconds. All I'm saying is that maybe we should try it someday. Oh, wait a minute. Vibrant alloy is nichrome. Uh-oh. We need to upgrade the coils again. And I need to make that advanced mixer. Okay. Which for some reason I can. I'm not gonna complain. It's just that our main problem is chrome. And apparently nickel itself. Let me process stuff. So let us do a very small recap. I have processed some nickel, but I need to process way more. And I'm making some nichrome. It's the same color as nickel. I don't really remember how many ingots we had to make for Cantle, but I think it was 4 stacks. Each chrome is going to give us 5, so we should be fine on chrome. Also, another thing that I was not paying attention to is the nichrome itself. It does require EV power in your blast furnace. Thankfully, we did that at the start of the episode, so we're good on that. But last time, our problem was that we had to use the chemical bath in order to cool down the ingots. This time, we have the vacuum freezer itself. It's running at HV, so it's not amazing, but it's better than nothing. All of that being said, we're having no advantage in making nichrome. We need EV, we need Cantle, so it's gonna take a minute. That's 4 hours to cook it. Yeah, it's literally gonna take 4 hours. Huh. Thankfully, I think we have the rest. Mica insulators are not going to be a problem. We need 18 Cantle ingots. We have 51. Okay, good. Or maybe it was 2 stacks and it's 2 hours. I'm not really sure. Once it is done, I'll let you know. Well, as it turns out, it was not 4 hours. It was more like 2 hours. I made a miscalculation. Also, as usual, I made 18 coils. I don't know why I do that, because you only need 16. So we just switch the coils. And yeah, we have a higher tier blast furnace. Also, I just realized, as a reward for making the mixer, you actually do get 8 vibrant alloys. I'll take it. I have also been making some dust. We're going to convert it into ingots, which I kind of forgot what you need. Hydrogen. Of course you need hydrogen. They always need something that is not in the system. Okay, that's hydrogen. Nice. 37 seconds. For what? Vibrant alloy? Huh, I thought it's gonna take longer. I'm not gonna complain. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.